I've mentioned in earlier videos that I didn't breastfeed Charles for very long, and you're actually getting the full story for the first time ever, and a lot of people in my life don't actually know this story, because at the time that it happened, Charlie honey, I'm filming. At the time that it happened, we didn't know the full story, and it's only recently come out what actually happened. So Charlie was born in 2011, and he went straight on the boob. Go away, please. Oh. Alright, but be quiet, okay? He went straight on the boob within 5 minutes of being born. And that was wonderful, but not, because straight away my breast was really sore, and I was a first time mum. I was 19 years old. I had no idea what breastfeeding was supposed to feel like, and I had no idea what breastfeeding was supposed to feel like. Thank you, Charlie. And at first we thought he just had a bad latch. There was a massive blister on this breast, on the nipple, and it was so sore. And then he blistered the other nipple, and he was a good feeder though. He looked like he was feeding well, and none of the midwives could find any problems. So we went and got some shields until they healed, and went going. Fast forward to about 4 weeks old, and Charlie's not gaining weight. He's breastfed on demand, and he's not gaining weight. So we go to Starship, which is the children's hospital here in New Zealand, and they couldn't find any answers either. So lactation consultant after lactation consultant after lactation consultant, and Charlie starts losing weight. He goes down to his birth weight. He is a sick little boy. And one day I'm sitting at home and I say, no more! And I switched him to formula. And instantly he started gaining weight. I want you to put those coat hangers back, please, Charles. He instantly started to gain weight. So I never looked back really, except that I got awful postnatal depression, because a midwife had said to me when I was in the hospital with Charlie, if you're not going to breastfeed your child, why did you have him? If you're not willing to give your child the best. And I kept hearing these words in my head, and I thought, I'm an awful parent. Why aren't I breastfeeding this child? You know, why can't I do it? It's not working. He's just losing weight, and clearly it's just me not coping as to why I quit, not knowing, of course, what I know now. So what's changed about the story? What do I know now? So about 3 months ago, Charlie's speech therapist did a assessment of his speech to see how much he'd improved. Are you having fun, B? You look like you're having fun. To see how much he'd improved. And part of this is she got him to poke out his tongue. Now, if we poke out our tongue, B, we can reach to our chin. And we can reach up. Charlie can go like this. And like this. And actually, he can't even get that far. He can go like this. And his tongue looks like a bum. And a speech therapist went, Holly, I'm not 100% on this, but it looks like he's got a tongue tie. You should take him to the dentist. And luckily Charlie had a dentist appointment 2 days later. So I took him to the dentist, and they went, I don't know how we've missed this. Charlie has had dentist appointments every 6 months since he was 6 months old, and nobody has ever spotted this. So he has a very, very thick tongue tie, can't lift his mouth, can't lift his tongue, can't use it in speech at all. So the reason that we've had all this speech therapy, all these behavioural issues, that's resulted in 2 years of quite serious therapy, is because of a tongue tie that was not found at birth. If you were about to have a baby, insist that your midwife or your obstetrician, if you're American, or if you're going with an obstetrician, sorry I shouldn't be biased, checks for a tongue tie straight away, and check for a lip tie too, because when I went to breastfeed B for the first time, I went, gosh, this is really sore. Check her for check her for a tongue tie, please. And the midwife went, no, she doesn't have a tongue tie. And the next 3 midwives also said, no, she doesn't have a tongue tie. And I went, something doesn't feel right. And eventually 3 weeks down the track we found a lip tie, but it was too late to get fixed. So for the first 4 months, of course, I fed with a shield. As you can see, I now don't. What are you doing? But it's always really important now to get that checked, because it's happening more and more, and it really does affect your feeding. It hurts to breastfeed a baby with a tongue tie. Like they say, breastfeeding isn't supposed to hurt. I can't tell you this because I've never had a breastfeed where it doesn't hurt. What are you doing? What are you doing? I've never had a breastfeed where it doesn't hurt. It hurt like heck with Charlie, so much that I quit at 7 months. It hurt with Bernadette, even with the shield on, even now. She's 10 months old and it still hurts to feed this baby. Especially when you tug on the nipple. Don't do that. So, yes. Say bye, Bernadette. We'll be back with Bernadette's breastfeeding story, but that was Charlie's. 5 years later. Bye. Bye-bye.